boy, I gotta get that thing. Boom. Hey, everybody. Johnny O from the Plot Hole. It's time for the podcast that you would normally be hearing on rockmetaltalk.com. But until we get whatever, once that's done, then we'll be back on rockmetaltalk.com. Until then, here I am on the old tubes of the U. Apparently pissing off people for petty shit. But, well, you know, whatever. What's up, Rob, Charlie, Mila's mommy, Tony? Good to see everybody here. I'm sure most of you are still over at Brainy's right now. Probably some of you still with the shills and whatnot. That's quite all right. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Everybody having a good Friday. I myself had an interesting start to the day. I woke up not feeling so well. Some stomach discomfort. Took the day off sick because I can. I got to say, that's the first time I've called in sick, I think, in the past 15 years, 16 years, give or take. Yeah, I don't generally call in sick ever. I just wasn't feeling it today. And it was covered. We had people covered. So, and they were that's another story, but they were supposed to get back to me about the match. I received a new offer. Ryan and On, it's good to see you. But apparently, yeah. So I got an offer for a different company, and I'm giving my current employer the opportunity to match the offer. I don't think they're going to, but whatever. I don't care. I was kind of waiting on that. We'll see what happens. Be good to see. Apparently, you didn't focus your rack properly. Well, shucks. Maybe we should go on a rant about it. Any new butthurt from Derp from Sean? No. And it's Sherlock. Good to see you. Let's see here. Rob Park says you could use the vacation even for a day. Yeah, I need to figure out what's going on with my current job and the whole move and all that stuff, because I'm supposed to go to Colorado next week or the week after next, but that's all up in the air right now. I've absolutely had it with my health issues. If they don't figure out soon, I'll be in the poorhouse. That's pretty sad there, Charlie. It's pretty sad that we can't. We have to be independently wealthy in order to be able to afford to stay healthy. What are you gonna do? So how the hell, Charlie? How are you still in Kansas? I know you're not really in Kansas, but because of the tornado that you had there. But yeah, how'd that work out for you? That was a really awesome picture that you posted in the Discord room of that funnel cloud. It was pretty nice. Good exposure on it. It was really nice. Fred Dot says, remember, company loyalty is not worth it. You may stay loyal to a company, but they will fuck you over a heartbeat for $1. Fred Knotts, that's generally true. There are very few companies out there that take care of their employees. They do exist, but it is the exception, not the rule. Fine for today. There we go. I gave myself stitches a couple of days ago since I don't have health insurance. Angel Gamer, why? Why'd you give yourself stitches? Just do what everybody else does. Go to the emergency room, go to the state paid emergency room, and then just not pay the bill. I'm not suggesting that people take advantage. Yeah, you know what? Take advantage of the healthcare system as much as you can. What's up, Prime Red? Good to see you. I missed your video the other day, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. It's on my to watch list. That much is for certain. Excuse me. Charlie Welch, I have fantastic insurance, but still going broke slowly. Yeah. Why can't we have single payer? Oh no, did I just say bad? I said a bad word. Say bad word. Say bad word in America. Single payer. Oh no. I used to be a CNA. I have suture kits, but no lidocaine. Well, just whiskey. Whiskey and ice. That'll take care of that part. That'll take care of that part. So how many people saw the plot hole video today? I'm sure almost everybody in here did. So I think I've seen everybody in here at least comment on it. Maybe a couple of you didn't, but whatever, Yeah. I never thought that I would have to call out one of our own, but I figured, seeing as how we're joking, everybody likes to joke around. Might as well joke around. Might as well. Let's have some jokes. I drink too much water. Something like that. Peter Noddle, good to see you. Angel Gamer says, yeah, that dude is deaf at Dingleberry. I gotta say, I generally, no, I'm not gonna bullshit. I like who's choking? Nobody. I looked at that Whiny Punk's comments and people were abandoning him for being so Tom Petty. Well played, sir. Well played. Yeah, that's the thing. The things that you were picking on were just real petty shit. That petty shit, The difference between emigrate and immigrate. Okay, cool. Is it that big of a deal? Is that big of a deal? And then they're sitting there and say, well, it was a joke, but you should have said sorry and corrected it. So then it wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke comment. You were trying to correct him. You're trying to flex your superior intellect. Yeah. What's up, Sir Little Wolf? Good to see you. I just and then he brings up the way that I start my videos. Like, why does that bother you, man? I just don't get it. Is it that? I mean, what I do, does it cause you to stay awake at night? Do you think about that at night? Like, oh my god, I can't believe you said rack focus when the camera's already focused. I can't believe it. What am I gonna do about that? I think I'm gonna comment on his video. One of his videos, I'm gonna comment telling him that you need to do that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. So come on, man. Dude, you gotta have better things to do with your time than worry about silly shit. Aren't you a science debunker and all that bull butter? Sorry, I gotta check work emails. That's the height of the world's problems. Exactly. Come on, it's just dumb. It's dumb shit. There have been some people that have supported Sean Hawkins in this thing, talking about, well, blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing: if we want to accept that type of behavior from the anti-science community, the flat earthers, the anti-maskers, the COVIDiots, and whatnot, then we shouldn't just brush that type of behavior off in our community. Kind of like Pratt just dropping names for clout purposes. Probably. But, here's the thing. You want to talk shit about me? I don't care. Talk shit about me. Whatever you want to do. That's fine. Go ahead. Doesn't bother me. I don't lose any sleep over it. I wonder how many subs Sean lost because of this. I mean, I know he lost a handful for sure. And here's the thing: I'm not advocating for people to unsubscribe from Sean. If you enjoy Sean Hawkins stuff, enjoy Sean Hawkins stuff. I mean, like I said, do your thing. Whatever. Don't not subscribe to him because Irish Demon or myself had something to say about that. You know what I mean? Jensen says, hi, you'll be my painkiller tonight. Well, I will do the very best that I can to help you manage your pain. Pain management is a big thing in my life. And it's kind of shitty, right? For me, I'm not sure what your situation is, Jensen, so I'm not trying to, say that we have the similar situations. But for me, part of the reason why I'm of the pain that I'm in is because of my weight issue. And the bitch of it is, it hurts a lot to do the things that I need to do to lose the weight. So it's like I'm kind of caught. Just to play devil's advocate, but isn't this another case of the community eating itself? Well, here's the thing, and I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the idea and I do appreciate the call out, because this can be considered a little bit of the community eating itself. I don't have a problem with, like I said, I think it's dumb. The reason why I made my video is because when people sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad," and you rant about it for I think it was 5-6 minute little video ranting, and then all the while it's like, come on, dude, you're mad. Just accept it. Accept that you're mad. Accept that this little thing irritated you. And you're gonna sit there and call people fucking snowflake and all the little bitch and all that stuff. No, you're the snowflake and you're the little bitch. I mean, just look, so stupid. Just acquired my digestive issues. I weighed 230 in October. I now weigh 170. Man, I don't know if I want the thinner disease. I probably could use a little bit of thinner. You know what I mean? The little gypsy guy. This is from a movie called Thinner. People. But yeah. Charlie, in all seriousness, I understand that it's, that can be that is just as detrimental to your health as the opposite. I was talking to the wife today. We were on a family walk, which is one of the things that I'm starting to incorporate more, just pushing through it. And it's hot as balls here too, but family walk. And my wife's talking, oh, I wish I had the body I had when I was, in 16 or 17 years old playing softball. I said, man, I wish I had the body I had when I was in basketball. I show you guys a picture of myself when I was in basketball. You wouldn't believe it. You would not believe that it's me. Well, I got to find my prom picture. I'll show you my prom picture. You'd be like, nope, don't think so. That's not you. Mr. Andret says, Bounce just here for a little hit and run. Hello, I got stuff that's going to get done, or I'd stay. Take care, folks. Thank you, Mr. Andret. Yeah, I'm going to be Team Skeptic's body double if I lose another 40. Yeah, man, that's terrible. That's part of my problem too. Pain prevents me from doing just about everything other than swimming, but I have nowhere to go swimming. No beard, no Johnny O. So Prime Red, it was a little bit of a beard. As when I started to grow the full beard, because playing basketball, our coach would not let us have facial hair. We had to shave every day. So after the basketball season was finished, I transferred out of basketball, went back into theater full time, and I started growing the facial hair because I don't like to shave. I hate shaving, as you can tell. So yeah, so I had a little bit. I had the chin straps and a little bit of beard. It wasn't full beard, but yeah, you wouldn't believe. I mean, I literally was 103 pounds lighter. It was $197. It was lean. I wasn't like super muscle guy or anything, but I mean, hell, I used to play basketball 3 hours practice, running up and down the court. We did weights every now and again too, but I also had to walk to and from practice because I didn't have a car. My father worked, whatever, and nobody lived around me that had a car that could drive me. So I would walk from my house to basketball and practice and come back. It wasn't a big deal. That doesn't count as a Johnny O beard. I agree, Prime Red. I agree. But so I was in fantastic shape. My goodness, I was in fantastic shape. Never should have stopped playing basketball. I mean, I tore up my knees a lot, but at the Plottle, I had to go to 24-hour fitness. Only way I can get any exercise in, have COP, and I can't breathe in this heat and humidity. Yeah, I had after high school, I stopped exercising, stopped working out, stopped doing all that stuff, and started working a lot more and playing gigs and drinking a lot. So I put on a little bit of weight. I noticed, man, I'm up to 250. I need to get into the gym. So I went back to the gym to, I think it was Valley Total Fitness at the time. And I was 6 days a week in the gym for 2 to 3 hours a day. I mean, I was like dedicated. And, I got back down from, I think it was started at 255, got down to 230, but it was a lot more muscle and was a lot more, I was bulkier. But I didn't look bad. I looked decent. Wasn't great. Gosh Effect Fire says, hi, at the Plottle. Sorry I'm late. No, you're right on time. Sir Little Wolf says, I finally weigh as much as I did in middle school, but I'm tiny. Some people can do it. I can't for some reason. But I was, I was in good shape. Again, I was going almost every day. I took 1 day a week off, but that day that I took off was Sunday that I went and played golf with my father and my brother. And of course, I didn't ride. I carried my bag. So I was still doing some exercise. I don't know if you guys ever walked 18 carrying a bag. That shit's tough. And that's a good exercise. It's a good exercise, especially in Texas heat. You melt away a lot of fat. But then I had kids. And I just didn't, I didn't feel right, fucking off to the gym after work or before work while my wife was trying to take care of the kids. I felt that my responsibility was to help her out as much as possible, especially after the first one. It was a little more rough. So I wanted to make sure and help her out with recovery and taking care of the kids and whatnot. Charlie Welsh says, I played collegiate and semi-pro soccer. I used to run for fun. Now with everything plus a knee replacement in my 20s, I couldn't run if I was. Yeah, that's here. Same with you, Charlie. I'm the doctors. So when I was in utero, my legs grew hypoextend, right? So in utero, my legs grew at a bow. So they naturally bow now, which is bad for running and jumping and playing basketball and sports and whatnot. Doctor said, you probably shouldn't do sports. And I said, what do you know, doc? You don't know shit. Played sports, had a bicycle wreck when I was 11 years old that because of the cut on my forehead, the fact that I hit my head against the asphalt, they were more concerned about that than the fact that my right knee was swollen 3 times bigger than my left knee. So they just wrapped the right knee. They didn't do any scans on it. I don't know why. They should have. They would have saw that I broke it. I'd actually broken it. How do you know that? Because years later, when I went to get MRIs done on my knees because of all the knee problems I were having, the doctor said, look, this right here is a little calcium deposit, a little calcium tumor, basically, is what it is, benign. This is calcium tumor here that this is from a small hairline fracture. So I broke my knee. But because of the fact that the doctors didn't really take a look at my right knee, I was overcompensating with my left knee, and I fucked up my left knee far more than I did my right knee. My right knee eventually healed because that was they had wrapped it and I kept it in place and whatnot and all that fun stuff. And my left knee, I just abused it, so I tore that knee up. I don't want to become sorry. So yeah. Rock Parks, I do not miss golf. I played when I was a kid and I have no idea I did it. Charlie Welsh, I miss golfing, was never good, but enjoyed being out there. I played golf. This is how insane I was. I played golf 3 to 5 times a week. It was either 2 days, round of 18, or it was either 2 and 3. It was either 2 rounds of 18 and then 3 days at the range, or it was the other way around. 3 days golf, 2 days range. It just kind of depends. I loved playing golf. It was I wasn't the greatest. I think I was upper 80s, lower 90s. Shoot, I'm not great. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I went out and did it because it was fun. It was good exercise. My father liked to play, so I wanted to spend time with my father. My brother liked to play. It's the only time my brother would ever actually really talk to me. He's just a quiet person, really quiet. If he says more than 2 words to you, he really likes you. But again, that's who he is. So Fred Knott says, I liked Mario Golf. So do I. I like Mario Golf too. It's the only kind of golf I get to play. I want to start playing golf again because my son is starting to get into golf. My father's taking him to the driving range and all that. So I want to get back into it so he and I can go play golf. But I don't know if my back can handle it. I just don't know if it can happen. We might try and go play a round of 9. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Clifton Manley says, I can get you into the 70s. My problem was I never knew how to play. I never knew when to play it safe and when to go for it. I always went for it. I was always tin cup, right? And there were times where it worked out great. There was one par 5. It wasn't a particularly long par 5. It was long enough to be a par 5 and just tricky enough to be a par 5. If anybody's from the DFW area, from Fort Worth specifically, remembers Zebo's golf course before they turned it into a dog park. It was number 9 on the back. It was number 9 in the front 9. So 9 coming in. Yeah, that was a par 5, and you had trees to the right, and you had the street to the left. Very narrow fairway, a couple of bunkers, and lots of rough, and a very undulated green. I used to do ATMA reenactments running around in full armor and swinging a sword and shield around was great exercise. I also played cricket, went swimming, and horse riding. Yeah. I kind of what I need to do. I want to today. I got my step goal, and I just need to be more active. I'm getting back into the gym. The job that I'll be taking is at a place that's closer to a gym and it's far. Anyway, it'll be advantageous for me to take at least an hour to go to the gym. But, but yeah, Clifton Manley, I would love to be in the series. Anyway, so I was on this par 5 and my drive ended a little to the right into the woods. It wasn't bad. It was just on the edge, but it had a really good lie. So it was lying on top of some, not tree branches, like tree bark. So it was as if I had teed up, which was great. Let's see here. One sec. So this is one of those ones where I said, fuck it, I'm going to go for it. And, I probably shouldn't have, but I did. I took out the 3 wood, and I hit a shot that I will probably, I've never hit since, but it was, so the direct line of sight to the green was, there was some hooded trees, a little bit of canopy of trees. So I had to go under the trees and kind of up and around, up and to the right. So it's a little bit of a fade to get to the green. And I hit the shot so perfect. The ball ran over the hole, hit the pin, and popped up and landed 6 inches from the pin. That was my second shot, actually. So just fucking never, ever will I get an eagle on a 5. It's the first and only eagle I've ever got. It was great. But nobody was there to see it. So, did it really happen? I say it did because I was there. But, when I was a kid in Wisconsin, I did tennis, swimming, and martial arts during the summer. I was also into karate when I was younger. Not the best thing to do when you have fucked up knees. Just going to say. I had fun, though. I love Hot Shots Golf. That's a fun one, too. So, Clifton Manley, are you a pro? Are you semi-pro? Are you scratch golfer? What you got? I used to enjoy talking to the golf shop pros, getting free tips, free pointers. But yeah, I loved playing golf. It was so much fun. Even the times when I was just having a real shit day, couldn't hit the broadside of a fucking barn if I tried. Horse stance had to be fun. Wax on, wax off. Little bit. We had this lady instructor who thought she was God's gift to kickboxing. Thought she was the baddest bitch in the fucking world. And we were sparring one day. She was not a black belt, not a brown belt. I think she may have been purple. She was upper echelon of belts before you get to the brown and blacks. And I was, I don't know, orange belt, yellow belt, orange belt, I think. So I'd only been sparring for a little bit. But we were sparring, and I don't think I hit really that hard, right? At least in my mind, I'm not hitting hard. And we were sparring, and they always tell you, make sure you're watching control because we're not trying to hurt each other, which is cool. And I made a conscious effort to try and go as light as possible without losing form, stance, quickness, whatever, you know what I mean? Just still wanted to score the point. Still wanted to make sure. Anyway, long story short, I threw a punch and it was a right cross. And she got pissed and did a spinning kick and fucking tried to fucking whatever. I don't know. She just a little spinning kick and whatever. I'm not gonna say it didn't hurt, but whatever. It was a glancing blow, and she looked at me. She says, "Watch your control." I said, "Ma'am, you ever kick me like that again, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass." And she said, what? She said some mouth off back to me again, and she made sure. She said, "Well, you need to watch your control." I said, "Fine, I'll take the control off." So I took the control off, and I proceeded to pound the shit out of her. I was young and dumb, right? Young. I wouldn't do that again today, but I was proving a point at the time. At least I thought it was. It's just, whatever. Come on. There are other ways. Hey, bring your control down. She never once said, "Hey, you're a little too hard. You need to bring the control." Never once. She just went from sparring to, "I'm going to hit you as hard as I can. I'm going to kick you as hard as I can and try and fucking backhand you in the face and then tell you to watch your control. You know what I mean? And she is supposed to be one of the instructors there. Come on, bitch. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Dumb kids, man. My middle daughter managed to win the under 16 South Coast Kickboxing Championship a few years ago. That's pretty cool. South Coast. All right, cool. Yeah, that's even better. Was a purple belt in Shotokan, says Sir Little Wolf. That's cool. That's cool. Anybody else use martial arts? Anybody else? Anybody else? No? I had to stop that because of basketball. Did you sweep the leg? Says Rob Parks. No, I did not sweep the leg. I probably should have swept the leg, but they would have lost their doo-doo they had because just no sweeping. It was American karate. It was really weird. You know, one starch a meal helps cut weight. Sometimes they'll skip starches with dinner. Fairly sustainable too. Yeah, I've cut back a lot of the. Well, here's the thing. This is what kills me. When I did Nail Gun, the movie, I went on the 24-hour fast cut. I was on a severe cut, and I got down below to I think I was like 295, I think, but I was only eating once a day. But the thing is, when I stopped that, when I started getting back, more acclimated to regular meals, not the cut meals, and I wasn't able to get into the gym to really maximize the cut, but the second I stopped doing the one meal a day routine, which is not something I recommend to anybody. I don't recommend anybody doing it, especially long term. It's not meant to be a long term thing. That 24-hour fast is meant to be quick, 5 to 10 days tops, maximum 10 days, no more than 10 days. Don't do that because that's just when you step into the whole anorexia thing. But yeah, doing that. So I got down to where I was supposed to be. When I started adding food back in, it's like the weight just like that. And it's not like I sit there and eat, just mounds of shit. I would try and stick with lean meats, chicken, beef, stuff like that. I like vegetables, so I eat a lot of vegetables. Try and stay away from the starches. I mean, I eat potatoes. I won't have mounds of potatoes. I have like a small baked potato or a small sweet potato, which is a little bit better. A little bit of rice here and there, but yeah, it's just, oh, excuse me. I was a gutter punk in the 90s fighting skinheads. That does count as martial arts, D-Rabbits, because them skinheads will get, yeah. NANA, what's up, buddy? Tony Regime, she fluked it though, totally battered her opponent in the semifinal, and her opponent for the final bottled it and retired. There you go. Fasting for Ramadan when I was a Muslim was a pain in the arse. Yeah, I can imagine. Because it was that 24-hour fast was very difficult. Believe it or not, the first day was easy. My first day, I was like, I got this, no big deal. It was the day 4, day 5, and golly, man, this really got hard to do. I started having headaches, and I was drinking a lot of water. I could have water and coffee as long as it was black coffee. But yeah, I don't drink a whole lot of soda. I've never been a big soda guy. White flour products are the worst. Rice and potatoes are better starch choices. Yeah, I agree. I try and stay away from, like, if I do bread, it's usually wheat bread, or I've never been a white bread kind of person. And I try, when I do starch, my starches are generally potatoes or rice. I grew up with 3 brothers. The older 2 were terrorists to me. I probably could have used some martial arts experience. Golly, I'm so sorry. Experience back then. Now, many years later, we are friends, of course. I preferred judo. I was really good at it then. Had 2 accidents that put me out of action. Then we moved here, and there were no good clubs. Wheat sucks, says NANA. Yeah, judo's a good one. If I were to go back to being a kid, I would have asked to be in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Yeah, whole wheat. That's what I mean. NANA, the ones with the things on top. Anyway, So yeah. Oh, look what I got today. I have been waiting for this for fucking ever. I ordered this thing. Let's see if we can get it. Where is it? I ordered this thing back in March of this year, and I have been waiting since March to get this light. Let me get it out of the. Let's get out of the bag. Show you guys what I spend all the channel membership and super chats and all that stuff. This is what I spend it on. Spend it on stuff to better the production of the show. I don't know if anybody noticed yesterday or today's video, the light setup was much better, right? Because I've got, let's see here, I've got now. Where'd it go? Where did it go? I don't know if you can see that guy right there, that light. So I've got my shoulder light, separates me from the background along with. Is that a portal gun? No, it's not a portal gun. It looks like it could be a portal gun though, but no, this right here. Boom. I have been waiting for this light for fucking ever. The Aputure LS60X. Spy color, smaller light, but this is going to take place of one of my key lights here. And I've got the I've got the diffuser to go with it, the mini dome, the light dome. But I've been waiting for this thing forever. I haven't even turned it on. I have not even plugged it in. But I am looking forward to Too Many I Know live right now. Hi, Tiny Eye. Yeah, I never decided to go live on a Friday. I've been doing live Friday since October of 2016. Not to say that, whatever, but that's just been my schedule. I try to keep it. So, but yeah, so that light is going to replace these two key lights, and I'm going to use light, kicker light, and then I'll have like I said, the backlight over there, the one that I showed you just a second ago. 3-point lighting. Yeah. But I've been waiting on that light for fucking ever. Good Lord. Hey, Thor Rasmussen, good to see you. Yeah, we never know when. What's his name's gonna be done. When Brainy Beavers, when he gets going, he'll. Jesus Christ. If he starts his goodbyes now, we'll both probably end our streams at the same time. And I'm supposed to have another. I'm supposed to go to 11. I don't do the long streams. I don't do the 3-hour streams on YouTube, because I can only open one at a time. Says Tiny Eye. Well, I'm glad you're here right now. If you want to go back and forth, do your thing. Don't feel. I don't want anybody to ever feel obligated that Johnny he's live. I got to be there. I appreciate you coming in when you can and hanging out, saying hi, shooting the shit. That's fun to me. Like I said, I want to have a place where people can come, hang out, and have a good time. Be it 5 minutes or 30 minutes or 3 hours, whatever. Have a good time. Oh man, Streamlabs. Oh, guys, let me ask you a question. Is Streamlabs, is it too much right now? Is it too annoying? Too many reminders? I thought I lowered them, but I'm just going to. Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Love you too, Tiny Eye. I understand being wiped. Absolutely. Get some rest. Have some, sweet dreams and all that. But I had some fucked up dreams last night. I don't even know if I want to tell you, but I had fucked up dreams. First off, I'm an insomniac, so I don't sleep very well. Second, I suffer from sleep apnea. So when I actually do get to sleep, I don't sleep. I don't get the good, the good sleep, the good deep sleep. At least I don't get enough of the good deep sleep. So my dreams, when I dream, are fucked up. Just weird. And they're getting worse. I need to see a doctor. I really need to get to the doctor about this. Thor Rasmussen says, "Good morning, beautiful people." Is that a Marilyn Manson reference? What's up, JL Warren? Charlie says, "I've been taking CBD to help sleep. Boy, the dreams, absolute lunatic dreams." Yeah. Hey, JL, what are you doing? What are you doing right now, JL? Hit me up on Discord. You know what? I'll just do this. And don't tell me you're working, because I know you're not. I know you're not working, JL Warren. I know you're not working. I call my CPAP Robotron. I need to get one. I just need to just do it. It's all relative to the size of their steeple. Yeah. Anyway, so here I am. I finally get to sleep. And I have this weird dreams about my wife, and I'm trying to find a job, trying to find some work and whatnot. And all of a sudden, I'm playing baseball. Joe Whip says, could be worse. You could be dreaming about being chased down a dark alley by Daniel Pratt and Sean Hawkins. Well, aren't they the same person? I'm just kidding. It's a joke, Sean Hawkins. Jeez. Fucking little bitch. Fucking snowflake. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I all of a sudden become a baseball player. I like baseball, but I played a little bit of baseball when I was younger, but I didn't think I was, whatever. Mikey Cage, I just got here, so if this has been talked about, my apologies. Any responses from Daniel Pratt's clone? No responses. No responses. He did take his original video down where he was criticizing. But he did take it down. He did take his original video down. I think that was his way of saying sorry, like his real apology, not that bullshit apology he put up as a short. Robert Cazzo says, what's up, my Globe Tars? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Gosh, Chef Fire says, it sucks until you get used to it, brother, but I feel amazing now that I'm actually sleeping. I just need to do it. Right. If I go to the doctor, they're going to want to do, a sleep test and sleep study and all that stuff. And, I think it's just bias CPAP and be done with it. Like that Bill and Ted bogus journey scene with Pratt, Hawkins, and Thompson all coming down the hallways. Fuck that. That would not. No. Why? Why would you put that evil on me there, JL Warren? Don't put that evil on me. Check your Discord, JL. Anyway, fast forward. Whatever. Somehow we ended up with this little kitten, this little white kitten. My wife and I are driving, and the back window is open just enough for this kitten. This is a dream. YouTube, this is a dream. I'm just telling a dream. This didn't really happen. Okay. I say a dream. It's more like a nightmare. We'll go with that. So this little white kitten gets up and like jumps out of the moving vehicle, and I see it hit, roll and tumble. Anyway, it was bad. Like when we got back to the cat had its leg was like ripped off and it was bleeding profusely out of it. It was weird. So fucked up. That's the first time I can remember ever actually like seeing that type of imagery in a dream. Robert Kaslow says, what has Nathan Thompson been doing? Smoking marijuana. I think he's working for a pot farm, actually. That's what he's doing, I believe. More power to him. He's, getting away from all that silliness, whatever. What is this? There he is.
Figured yes. I'd take a break from writing for a minute.
How's that going?
Going good. It's going smoothly. Just it's 90 pages, and you constantly got to go back, and I got to go constantly refer to my notes and make sure that everything flows smoothly in the 3-act procession. So it's kind of like it just takes time, and just got to grind away at it. I have all my key moments, and then it's all about creating the connective tissue that draws it all together.
That's always been the most difficult part for me was a connective tissue.
Yeah.
Let's see here. D Rabbit says, what the heck did you have for dinner last night to dream that? I didn't eat dinner. That's the thing. I didn't eat dinner because I had too big of a lunch. Any news on the 2XL shirts? None yet. I keep bugging. You know what? Let me ask him right now. Now, that I've talked to him several times and he hasn't said anything about the shirts. So let me find. There we go.
I see people are saying hi to me, so I'll say hi to them real quick so I don't have to type it out. Said, hey, Gosh of Heckfire, good to see you. Good to see everybody, really, everybody in the chat. Thor Rasmussen, good to see you guys. And giant thank you to everybody who helped me get recently to 1,000 subs. For those who weren't aware, I appreciate it. So, and I put up my first community post, which is cool because it got approved. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm the weirdo on the right, Robert Kaslov. That's me. I'm the weirdo.
So I think I'm finally done with Otangelo, and I sent you that picture of the screenshot of the comments, and it literally comes down. I finally got him to admit that he thinks demons are influencing people, and that's why academia and science rejects his claims, because there's a huge conspiracy. And then he quoted like Romans 11 or Romans 1:19 or some shit. I don't fucking know, but I know what he said. Just suppressing the truth and unrighteousness is what he was doing. So, but yeah, he thinks there's this giant conspiracy of demon-led science against religion. I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm taking the W and I'm walking. That's 2 W's. I don't need any more.
My goodness, I don't understand. I don't get that clique of people, the Darth Dawkins clique, the Otangelo.
You got me.
But the problem is, it's like a train wreck. When Tom Rabbit puts one out, I go listen to it. You know what I mean? It's like, what kind of dumb shit does fucking Darth Dawkins say this time? And Rabbit's latest, I think, is going to make. I think I'm going to make a response video to this one, because Darth Dawkins says some pretty over the top, atrocious shit.
Horrendous. And this Team Darth is triggered by Brick.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Robert Kaslov, yes, Otangelo is a presuppositionalist.
Mm-hmm. And in essence, everybody knows that he copies and pastes. Because that's what he was doing when AJ Hybe, myself, and what's the other guy's name?
I can't remember.
Sorry, no, because there was this big comment thing, algorithm. So Al Gore, myself, and AJ Hybe, we're going back and forth in comments like this, and Otangelo just keeps copying and pasting these massive things.
Fuck.
Yeah, these huge, massive, copy pastas from his website, and we're like, we couldn't even get an original thought. I think if the guy had an original thought, his fucking head would cave in. But finally, I asked him, I was like, dude, answer honestly, because you've been asking me all these fucking questions, and I keep giving you like DOI after DOI after DOI, telling you why you're wrong. And the shit's not hard to find. You just have to go looking for it. It's out there. And he's quoting stuff from like creationist.com and shit like that. And I was like, no, here's a DOI. It was published in Nature in 2018. And here's this one. This came out of Cambridge. This came out of Oxford. And he's just like, well, these are just claims. And I'm like, no.
That's not how this works. You know what a claim is?
It's not how it works at all. And finally I asked him, he's like, answer honestly. I was like, Otangelo, and he was like, answer me honestly. Why do you think all of science and academia rejects the conclusions that you've come to? Why do you think that is? So he responded with this giant copy pasta, like this huge line. I was like, no, dude, I want your answer. Yours. Didn't ask for somebody else's. I want your answer.
Yeah.
And to his credit, he gave me his answer. It's a demonic conspiracy. So it's like, you know what? I'm done. The minute you start appealing to the supernatural, to justify why you're right and everybody else is wrong, I think I'm done. I am done.
Yeah. DOI, I forget Tony brought.
What is that?
Digital something. Basically, it's a stamp of approval that is an actual legitimate source of information and not
digital object identifier.
Right.
Is what they put on academic. Is typically what they tag with academic papers with that they've been through the deal, and yes, directs to peer-reviewed research papers.
Right.
And like he just bombarded me with questions like, I want to do this, and I'm sitting there listening to him. Was like, he's asked these questions before. He knows what the fucking answers are, and I pulled every single deal. I can easily pull the DOIs on these things. It's just you have to go look for it. But no, he thinks that everything, all resources that I went and got for. He's like, how do you know they're not just claiming that? I'm like, come on, dude, seriously.
Because The
So-
way the process works, you have a hypothesis, you
Mhm.
test your hypothesis,
Yeah.
you alter or confirm your hypothesis, you turn your hypothesis into what is it? It's not a theory yet. It's what's the next step from hypothesis? Oh fuck, I can't remember the next step. Anyway, so you turn into that, and then you write your paper based on your conclusions,
Yeah.
based on your research, where you cite all of your steps, all of your research. Then you send that paper off to other people who do what you do. They look at your paper, they recreate your experiments, and
Mhm.
see if they come to the same conclusions. If they do, they'll write an opinion, or they'll write another paper that says, yes, boom, here, this is review. We've reviewed this process. We've done this. We've done that. Here's our research on it. Here's what we've done to confirm or whatever. If if it comes back where they don't support the claims made of they don't support what the paper is, and they write their dissenting paper saying this is the reason why we don't support it. It becomes peer reviewed. Actually, people who they look through this shit and they test and they do all the same experiments that you did and make sure that your numbers match their numbers and that you weren't doing like that one fucking doctor was and fudging the numbers and nobody else can get it unless you fudge the numbers. That's what they do. That's what peer review is. It's not some asshole just saying, hey, this here thing is red because I said so. Okay, it must be red. No.
Let's see. When when is a theory considered valid? When your hypothesis withstands rigorous testing, when another scientist decides to repeat your experiment, when other scientists confirm the theory through peer review. I believe that's this is supposed to be a quiz. I believe it's all of the above. Drawn conclusions about the outcome. These conclusions are a theoretical explanation, yet it doesn't become fact or law until it's replicated without failure. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, there's like 14 steps to becoming a theory.
Right.
So
it's not, and that's the thing. That's why I hate that. That's sometimes why I hate the English language, the colloquial uses of the words. Theory, especially. Well, it's just a theory, bro. Like,
like the conceptual language can make it difficult. So like when someone ignorant like Otangelo goes and says like,
talking about the theory. It's not the real science. It's a theory.
When he uses terms like translation and transcription and translators and machine and factory, that these are. Oh, when Yogg-Sothoth says so nice. When he uses these terms, he's taking them absolutely literally. Like there's a little factory in the cell that does these things. It's like, no, dude, that's not the way it works. What it's describing is the chemical process. And
I think it's funny. He honestly, he legitimately believes that there's little people inside cells, little cells inside cells going, well, this is supposed to be an A. Okay, and this is a P.
In essence, yeah, and that's how he's swinging it toward that. There's got to be this agential being behind it. Just like it's like that's why they'll do crazy shit. Like we put the stuff in a lab in order to synthesize these things. Well, there has to be a synthesizer, right? And so so there had to be a synthesizer in nature as well. When we they'll run dishonest shit like that in order to try and sneak their God in.
So sometimes I don't think it's dishonest. They really think these words mean exactly like I don't necessarily believe that all of the uneducated flat earthers, for instance, think that theory. I don't think they know what the true weight of the word theory.
Yeah.
In context to science, right? In context of science.
I mean, I wish that we could change it to like, we could call it a fact, because a fact is a descriptor of reality.
Right.
And a theory is also a description of a reality. We had a question about how something works. We explained it. Then it becomes the theory of this. And the reason we call it a theory is for the intellectual honesty. We can always add new evidence to it, and then we either knock down or build that evidence back up, whatever. But yeah, it offers way too much wiggle room, and it needs to be established. Theories of Rob Parks. Theory is a framework of ideas that have been rigorously tested to explain a collection of phenomena. Yeah, it's an explanation. And because it's not like proof or fact, or whatever, then
Right.
yeah, that I feel they can dance around it, and it literally is the reason why they have these arguments, is because the other side tries to be intellectually honest.
There's semantic.
Did you freeze? Oh shit, I think he froze. I wonder if I'm still live. Am I still live? Yeah, apparently I am. So it's the JL show. I've taken over.
There we go.
No,
Hi.
no, damn it.
You were good. You were there. I don't know. There's a hiccup in my Wi-Fi because AT&T sucks balls.
I was literally going to be like, I've taken over the show.
I have taken over the show.
Yeah. But yeah, and when he went that way, when he went that direction and finally gave me that answer, I was like, yeah, everybody who was talking to him was like, yeah, we're done. We're done with you. You immediately jump to like demonic influence coming from hell.
It's Al Pacino. That's what it is. It's Al Pacino.
But I mean, he wants to go
everywhere. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that whole clique. It's funny listening to them.
Can I get a cappuccino?
Yeah. But it really is interesting to listen to that clique. And you can hear all the ones that aren't really sure of themselves, or like they're hoping to say something that Darth Dawkins will take, and like, oh, that's true, because it makes them feel all warm and fuzzy. And so, I got Darth Dawkins to say something. I said something, and Darth Dawkins liked it. Yay! I don't understand how they all can speak so well with Darth Dawkins' balls in their mouths all the time.
It's weird. There is I think it's been demonstrated, especially on Tom Rapp's channel, that the vast majority of these people are, to Darth, they're just a narcissistic supply. That's all they are.
Yes.
And he uses them as need be. If he can't use them at the time, he'll mute them and then he'll let them come back later, and he'll try and use them then. Because I think that they follow him, because he confidently sticks it to the libtards or whatever. It's like, because
it's the king of the bullies.
Yeah, he'll stand up and be like, because I've read so much crap. But that's what and because they're not as educated, because they're not as literate in many of these philosophical subjects, that they'll follow right behind. That he's like you said, he's the king of the bullies, and and it sucks because and it pisses me off, because then they take it as wins when we're like, we're not going to engage with you anymore. It's like, they won't take me on anymore.
You see, here they go, all these insane atheists run away. Like, no, dude.
Or was it the fucking Fox, not Fox over on PNR? I don't understand. You're all just a bunch of crazy solipsists who don't know. You have no system for establishing truth claims.
Really? Well, oh, Jesus Christ.
You're absolutely crazy.
Yeah. Yes, we are crazy. Sure. I still think it's funny that Darth Dawkins thinks I'm an atheist. That's hilarious.
Well, he thinks you are because you associate with us, because no true Christian would associate with atheists.
Yeah, no, just like no true Christian during the time of Jesus would associate with tax collectors and prostitutes. I'm not saying that you're a prostitute, but
you're a whore.
You're a whore. Oh man,
it's wild, but I think what's really, really cool is we've been doing these kind of like live streams. Not really a live stream, but
the table shows.
Yeah, we've been doing the stages. The stages on Discord.
Yeah,
and they're really, really cool. And on average, we've been pulling in like, I would say like 250 people per stage. We actually like really capped. We hit it one time with 407.
Wow.
I would think that was our record. 407 people in the stage listening to me, Xerxes, and Antricus, and a couple of other people talking and answering their questions and talking about stuff, philosophy, science. It's fucking weird, because almost every single question. When we ask, "What's your evidence for God?" It's all Big Bang cosmology and fine tuning. That is literally every single person comes out. Well, what caused the Big Bang? Well, this world's made so good for us. It's like,
really? So wait a minute. We're so perfectly designed that if we accidentally breathe while eating, we fucking die.
Yeah. The pharynx is pretty bad. The pharynx is pretty bad.
The placement of the lady parts versus the waste disposal system seems a little fishy to me.
Yeah. Oh, what would somebody say? I'm forgetting the other Darth lapdog. Abortion is murder. He is even dumber than Darth. Yeah, they're all pretty dumb.
That guy.
Criminalize abortion. Abortion is murder. I think is Tone Lock. Tone Lock.
Yeah,
not Tone Lock. Not Fox. Parakeet. Concrete
Luca?
Plus.
Luca.
No. Actually, no. Luca is actually. I hate to say this, and King Xerxes is going to be mad if he hears this. Luca's actually a really smart dude. He actually is. The problem is he's a contrarian. He's a 100% contrarian. So no matter what you put out, he will contradict you. And he's just doing it for the lulz. That's all he's fucking doing it for. Just so he can do it. Now,
so does that Blackout. That Blackout likes to stir the pot.
And he does. It's his server.
Sure.
So I can't really argue if he wants to run a server that way.
That's fine.
Yeah, he wants to run a server that way. But we've been pulling in so many. I think because we got stage B, they got stage A.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Sean Beasley, dude.
Oh, he had to wreck a soft set.
I want to hear the story. Sean. What is this? D Rabbits. I'll have to check that out. Hang on a second, Sean. Wait a minute. Sean, message me in Discord because I can't find you. I thought you were there.
Had to wreck a soft set.
I want to hear this.
Sovereign citizens. It's fucking stupid.
I forget what your name is in Discord because you're never on there.
Like those a-holes that think the Articles of Confederation still apply to them. It's ridiculous.
Oh, fuck off.
It's like, but the Articles of Confederation is like, those went out when we made the Constitution,
you fucking idiots.
Fuckwit. So we still needed, before the Constitution, we still needed a way to move between colonies, to regulate movement between colonies. So that's what the Articles of Confederation were for. But then we got the Constitution, and those were thrown out. I am a traveler. Leave me alone. I'm not subject to your laws.
The funniest thing about those people, I'm not subject to these laws. Don't you? I'm a tax-paying citizen. I abide by the Constitution. Wait a minute. You just said that you were not subject to the laws of the land, and then you evoked the Constitution.
Yeah. Illegal search and seizure. That doesn't apply if you're using the Articles of Confederation.
Yeah.
Which one do you want? You don't get both.
You don't get both. Yeah. You one or the other. I would assume.
Unlawful search and seizure. Well, that's the Fourth Amendment.
Yes. Which you reject.
Which you reject.
You want the Articles of Confederation. So.
I mean, we can treat you like the Articles of Confederation. If you don't have your papers, you get to automatically be arrested. But I don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, my goodness. Sean, get to your computer. Do it. Do it now.
Do it now. Go now.
Okay, so speaking of Arnie, I watched part of that. What was it? What was the new Terminator with he and Linda Hamilton?
Oh, Dark Fate.
Dark Fate. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it was a bummer.
They've
all been bummers. There's been a solid one since Sarah Connor Chronicles.
And even then,
Terminator 2, Sarah Connor Chronicles. Sarah Connor Chronicles was good. It didn't end well. It's because they got canceled and they were forced to rush the ending. But get to the chopper. But yeah.
It was just Terminator 3
Terminator 3 was jank.
Yeah, what's the name of it though? She was really hot.
Oh, Kristanna Loken.
Yeah.
And she's also a crazy shithouse rat.
Whatever, she's hot.
Well, maybe. It also makes it kind of awesome too.
It makes it awesome.
But
what
she's nuts.
What was the one with Batman? What is his name? Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, Terminator Salvation.
Salvation, yeah.
Directed by McG.
That was okay.
And the problem was there was way too much interference on that one because the studio didn't trust McG as the director, and nobody wanted to pick it up except for McG, and everybody else was either too expensive or they didn't want to touch it. McG wanted to do it, and he had a specific storyline. He was like, "Yeah, I've got this idea," and they were like, "No." So they tried to compromise between what the studio wanted and what McG wanted. And actually, there were a lot of issues with there were a lot of complications on set. It wasn't just the Christian Bale blow up that everybody heard when he was, when he got mad at the guy walking in his eye line. And I mean, so as an actor, I mean, you look at the dude's career and like that, and he's got a level of professionalism. I've heard he's a bit of a dick, but I've also heard he's a perfectionist, which is why he does stuff like The Machinist, and stuff like that. But what it was he was having the scene with Bryce when they were having their intimate moment.
And quick, Sean, check Facebook. Okay, go ahead. Anyway,
but they're having their intimate moment where the two of them are, like this, and this guy walked in the background, and just by virtue of him walking, his eyes just from the movement went from Bryce to there and blew the take because the camera is like, right there in their faces, and so any eye movement is going to look completely unnatural if he's not looking at Bryce. And so when the guy did that and blew the take, that really pissed Christian off, and of course it was,
you don't say.
Yeah. And of course, I also heard it was Sarah Connor Chronicles was not good and boring. Oh, whatever. Sorry, Rob Parks, got to disagree with you on that one. Plus, I also heard it was very, very hot when they were shooting. It was a pain in the ass. There was just a lot of issues. McG was kind of out of control in that he did not have control of the set. So there were things going on that McG was not aware of. He was too narrow focused on various things. He wasn't a good director. So directing major motion pictures, not for McG. Directing television, very good for McG. So he could do that. And so it was just the whole production was problematic. And then of course they changed a bunch of shit, and writing was a problem. So
here's the thing: if you can't get a director you want, and you look, when you pick a director, you've got to let him have the control. You got to let him have the reins. We have seen this time and time. Studio interference just kills a movie.
Yeah, consistently.
And it's not like, well, there was that one movie that they did. No. Studio gets into interfere, it just fucks the movie. All right, here we go. Sean.
Yo, can you hear me?
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. So tell us about this soft set you had to wreck.
Oh, my God. Dude, it's fucking yesterday. My friend was bitching about, he hasn't had a license in 30 years, so he's like SDMV in New York, and that's like fucking painful as enough as it is.
Hey, I need you to deep throat your mic.
All the leaves are.
There we go.
So I'm good now or no?
Yeah, it's better now.
Go till you get the mayonnaise.
Gross.
Jack Black at Tropic Thunder. Swallow the gravy.
All right.
I had an ex tell me it was like warm eggs with salt, like raw,
salty.
So the soft sit didn't have a driver's license.
Well, no. So it was a friend of, I think it was his nephew, and he was like, "Oh, you don't need a fucking license," and I'm like, "Yeah, you do. Every fucking state you need a license." And he starts like rambling on about fucking freedom to fucking travel and all this other bullshit, and he's bringing up court cases like Shapiro versus Thompson and fucking Beckett versus Boggs, and I'm like, dude, I took con law for 3 semesters in college, so I kind of have some kind of idea of what these cases were, but I had to look them up again. One was a fucking you know how they do it. They take like sentences from dissents or decisions, and they cherry pick like the Bible,
Right.
and they say, oh well, we don't, this is what it says, and it's like, no, that's not why the case happened. That's not the logistics of the case. Like the one was immigration. Is an immigration officer allowed to subpoena a person to question them as a witness or for testimony? And it's like, dude, that's not even the fucking case that you're taking the words that they're using from a prior case, because when you look at a syllabus on a court case, so they'll have the decision, and then they'll say, we're basing it on this prior case, and like he's ignoring all that shit. And like the Beckett Boggs
bullshit.
Yeah, like the Beckett Boggs thing was fucking New Jersey and Pennsylvania fighting over whose territory was in Delaware River, so one citizen could fucking fish on his land back in 1830. Like it was based. That court case was based on a fucking law that never passed in 1822. And he's saying, well, he had the freedom to go there. Like, dude, you have no fucking idea what he's talking about. And then I was following him about there's a case in the Virginia Supreme Court in 1930 that set the precedent that said, yes, everybody needs a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle. And I said, if you look at the laws on the books, every state has, most of them do, it says operating a motor vehicle, which the language, you need a fucking license to operate a fucking machine.
Right.
That's
These
the way it
assholes. Well, I'm not driving. I'm traveling because I'm not in contract. I think that's not
Right,
how
the
this
citizen
works, you
contract. I'm a
dumbass.
citizen, so I'm a contract. Bullshit. You're a fucking idiot. Well, the United States is a corporation. Okay, you're using, 28 U.S.C. 3001, but you're ignoring 3002 where it says, yes, the government can levy debts and collect those debts.
Right.
Like you're totally fucking ignoring the aftermath of that particular code. Like you're not looking at 3002, you're not looking at 3003, you're not looking at 3004. You're not looking at subsection A15, B15, C15. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you're not looking at all of the laws. Hey, Kyle's lawyer, what's going on? What's good? Good to see you. Yeah, these soft states, man. It's like, come on, man. You can't. Oh,
Come on, man.
Come on, man. It's all maritime law. Maritime law. That's why everybody.
Yeah.
Whenever you look at all the courts are on streets that have something to do with weather because of water
Yeah.
for maritime law. It's like, dude, that's
What?
a fucking stretch and a half.
And then common law and all that other bullshit.
Oh yeah.
And then they had the nerve to tell me, oh, I don't have to pay taxes. Dude, it's in the fucking Constitution.
Yeah, you have to pay taxes.
Like, it's not
That's
a fucking surprise.
That's like part of the social contract of
Contract.
this country. You want to live here, you pay taxes.
Yeah. Oh wait, when you mean to tell me when your house is on fire, you want those guys in red suits to come put it out? Yeah. Who the fuck do you think pays for that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you turned your camera on.
Yeah, I totally know. I just noticed that the tape was on there.
He's doing that Zuckerberg protection stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
is
if
it
I-
Zuckerberg or the other one?
It's
Well,
Zuckerberg. Always put something over the camera because you never
I
know
thought that
who's
was
watching.
Snowden. I thought that was Ed Snowden.
No, Snowden recommends it as well, but Zuckerberg
Oh.
also does it.
No.
Yeah, I do it in case I'm waxing my carrot and somebody like fucking, hacks my shit,
Yeah. Sean's actually talking about waxing an actual carrot because he likes to make sure his carrots are shiny.
Yes, especially the baby carrots.
Yeah. Especially his baby carrot.
That's not right. That's fucking. I worked all day in 100-degree weather, and I got to put up with this bullshit.
Well, yeah. You act like you've never been on the show before.
Well, it's been a while.
It has been a while. It has been a while because you've been working too hard. You need to stop working so much.
How's
How's the you got your own company now, right? You're building your own company. How's that
Yeah, I do.
going? How's that working out?
It's going good, but fucking finding people to fucking work is just a bitch, man.
I hear you. I don't understand that. You come work at my job. I can't find people. I don't get it.
I mean, I hire
Well,
people,
I mean-
they don't show up. I mean, they fucking stroll in 2 hours late. I'm like, get the fuck out
Yeah.
of here. Don't come here 2
waste my
hours
time.
late.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, Johnny. Nobody wants to do this shit job that you do.
But here's the thing. When you don't have a job and you're about to lose your unemployment benefits,
Yeah.
you might want to think about taking a job.
Or at least putting a fucking feeler out there or something.
Or something. Yeah, I get it. Yes, Jesus.
I mean, I get
And
why
it-
some of the people were on it, because I waited tables and bartended. I don't want to fucking put up with that shit when I can make more on unemployment. You'd be stupid to.
Yeah.
It's true.
But if you're in construction, it's like shit or get off the pot. Fucking
Well, right. Yeah, that's a tough job too. A lot of people think, "Oh, I can do it. I can swing a hammer all day." Oh, can you? Can you really?
Yeah.
You can swing a hammer all day, can you? All right, cool. Well, now
Yeah.
let's add in 150 degrees of heat because you have the sun bearing down on you and concrete that is reflecting that sun. So you get,
Yeah, like the worst part for me is I did a Trex deck 3 weeks ago, and the homeowner he had a heat gun, so he was measuring the temperature. It was 165 degrees.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it shit
I
gets crazy. I
totally-
used to do tile. Fuck.
yeah. I mean, for anybody looking for a Trex deck, unless it's covered, don't get it. Especially if you got pets.
Yeah, right. Ay, ay, ay.
Anyway,
Look at you though. You've gotten older.
Well, thanks, buddy.
well, I mean, this is the youngest I'm going to be from this point out, so go fuck
That's
yourself.
true. That's true. But look at you. You got more gray in your beard than I do.
You should see my pubes.
I don't want to see your pubes.
Well, when I don't shave, kind of looks like JL's beard.
Should get
Because
your
now
your-
at my age, you make testicle tea. You know what I mean? So his
Well,
beard
yeah,
is
you-
like a very good
yeah.
animation. Of
There,
it.
there's a thing you can do.
Yeah,
You
he's
can
stroking the beard.
fold the skin and then tie it.
Oh,
Not
that
too
devil-
tight though.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the devil's inch or something.
No, you were talking about your tea. Just
Yeah. I thought when
like
you
roll the string up a little bit. You know what I mean? And then
Oh yeah, because it's the same thing. Like when you pull your nutsack back, you get an extra inch. So it's called the devil's inch.
Oh, jeez.
Look at JL just wandering. Like,
JL's like, what the fuck did I get myself into? I had JL going earlier. Oh man, he was
Oh,
so
yeah.
mad.
Fuck,
He was
you know
so
what?
mad. JL was so mad. Hang on, I gotta show you guys something. Hang on, wait, just a
This is
second. Don't go
fucked
anywhere.
up. This
Don't
is
go
so fucked up.
anywhere. It was so great. Be right
I
back.
was
Hang on.
pissed. I was about to call him.
were you on time today, JL?
Do I?
Were you on time
On time for what?
for the show, or were you late?
Oh no. He asked me to come on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How's everybody else? doing out there?
he fucked with me earlier today, and I was not pleased about it. It really pissed me off.
Oh, really?
And he'll explain to you why here in
Yeah,
a
he's a ball
moment. So,
buster.
he is.
Ball buster.
I don't know if you can. Oh, hey, wait. Of course you can't see it. I don't know how well you can see this. Right? How well can you see
Nail
this?
gun, yeah. I can see it.
Right?
Nail
Look at
gun.
this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So JL, I made the suggestion that for one of the Weekend Horror giveaways, we should do the nail gun poster. It's going to be for this Wednesday's show because we have the premiere on
No,
Sunday.
it was last Wednesday's show.
I'm sorry, last Wednesday's show, but
Okay.
that's right. I thought it was supposed to be for this Wednesday's show because we're having the cast. Anyway, oh, excuse me, but JL couldn't find somebody in his area to get him the poster, so he gets like, because we want to get everybody to sign it. And he was supposed to come down here. It was a long story. And he said, hey, just get it to, if we can get it to Fort Worth, get all the signatures in Fort Worth, because JL, for some unknown reason, can't figure out how to get a dog sitter.
No, that's not the reason why. It's a little bit more complicated than that, and because my I didn't want to throw my wife under the bus, but and I told Angela that Rack Focus was on the 18th, and she completely forgot, and then she agreed to go down and do something in Dallas at the time. Now, the reason it's not about getting a dog sitter, her parents actually offered. The problem is that my dog Jingles, he's getting a bit older in years, and when we're not here, he won't eat. Like, he flat out will not eat anything. He won't touch his food, and he'll barely touch his water. And he's already lost more weight than I'm comfortable. He's still healthy. He's still okay, but it's a new house. It's a new house. It's new smells. It's new sounds. We're out in the country. He's hearing shit at night that he doesn't like. We went to the July 4th weekend, and it was just fucking
that's tough.
firecrackers, all like fireworks all over the place. He's not used to that, and he's been a handful, and he's getting depressed really quickly. Whenever Angela leaves the house, he gets very depressed because he's a mama's boy. And so the concern was that if we both leave, then her parents are going to come over, or her mom was going to come over to watch him, and he's just going to lay about. He's not going to want to go outside. He's going to barely go to. He's going to go to except to go to the bathroom. He's not going to want to play. He's not going to eat. He's not going to do anything. And both of us gone, not good. At least the last weekend I was here. She went out of town, and I was here to take care of him. And I didn't want to risk putting him in someone else's hands who's not mine, that are not my own. And so, but
I get it. I'm just busting your balls.
Oh yeah, but it legitimately. I was on here, and I did.
Let's go back to talking about how old Sean is.
Because you remember you asked me. You remember you asked me in the Week in Horror admin chat, and Angela's attached to that, which is why I said there was a mix-up. I wasn't about to throw my wife under the bus, like in the chat, being like, "Well, Angela totally forgot and scheduled something, and now we can't both be out of town." And so I was gonna. She would read that.
Yeah. Because that nail gun thing will come to truth,
Exactly. So I was like, "Oh well, there was a mix-up." And
hey, Elizabeth, good to see you. Glad you made it. And no, So I get like weird little one-offs there, Kyle's like a little one-off hairs that I do shave, but yeah, it's how my facial hair grows.
Jewy.
I wasn't going to read that part, but
No, Kyle's lawyer gets to own. He gets to own that. Own it, my friend.
He'd be the perfect.
So anyway,
Orthodox.
JL says, "Hey, who can get this taken care of? Because we need the posters printed, right? We need the posters printed." I couldn't find a place. Well, I found a place where we're going to be here in time. And the jail's like, "Hey, I found a place that's literally 2 minutes from where I work." Jail, quite literally 2 minutes away from where I work. And he sends me the information. I send the email out, talk to the lady. I call her. I paid for everything.
Just to preface this, this was going on, and it was like, they're hunting. It was like, okay, you guys look and see what you can find. Oh, we can't find anything. We can't find anything. One Google search. Fort Worth printing. Fort Worth poster printing.
Yeah, I did the same. I did the same thing. I did the same thing, but I did the same thing. But for some reason, because they even put Fort Worth poster printing near me, and I did an incognito browser, and it gave me all this weird shit.
Like back page stuff.
Anyway, so he gets the information. I send it off to pictures and everything. It was like all last minute. We had to get it done by a certain time. Yes, it was yesterday or the day before.
Yesterday.
To make sure we had it done today, because I believe they were closed Saturday. So I get it all to them, whatever, and they call me up today and say, "Hey, by the way, poster's ready. Come pick them up." I go pick them up. I've got them. Whatever. I got two of them. I got one for myself because
you're in it.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell by the poster, assholes.
But just you and that doesn't make any sense.
Why not?
Yeah.
Mennonite. Yeah,
so basically, the moral of the story is John's just being the usual dick that he usually is.
Of course.
Yes.
So I have these posters, and then I wait until like 5. I don't even remember what it was, like 5 o'clock, some shit like that. Like, bad news, guys. Posters aren't going to be ready. The machine broke, and I knew as soon as I sent that message, I could feel a disturbance in the force.
I could probably hear his asshole pucker up, right?
I could feel JL fucking like stewing and like the little. I heard this little whistle. It was steam coming out of his ears, and he started, fucking. I could like he was really reserved in his message, but reading the subtext, you could tell like. I knew he was about ready to call the printing company, so I took a quick picture. I took a quick picture of the posters, and I sent it. It's like, I'm just kidding, just messing with you.
He probably kept a couple bunnies, and
Yeah, he probably did.
So yes, he got me.
Gee, I can't wait to visit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we got to come down here.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a hoot.
Springtime, though. I don't know. I think Eugene and I, and maybe JL, are going to be in the East Coast at springtime of next year.
Really?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Picking up this when I wrap the documentary that I'm working on now, I'm going to start pre-production on another documentary that focuses on some stuff that happened in the East Coast, New Jersey and New York.
Okay.
So we might be in your neck of the woods. We might need a guide.
We might be in somebody else's neck of the woods too.
We might be in somebody else's. Whose
Well,
neck of the
you,
woods will we be in?
Well, I mean, you could talk privately to me about that, but
Garth's.
Oh,
New York,
fuck
huh?
that. Yeah. So probably start out in Jersey. We're probably going to go to Jersey because that's where the interviews that need to happen are.
Okay.
So we'll go to Jersey, get all the interviews done, and then we'll head to New York. The documentary is going to be about the LGBTQ plus community, how the negative stigma of their lifestyle just grossly affected them back in the 70s and the 80s, and how like all the stigmas and all that stuff drove a lot of what they did underground. And there was high addiction rates in intravenous drugs, and there was a lot of underground sex clubs that passed STDs back and forth. And there were some people that were
an underground sex club that passes STDs back and forth.
Don't be jealous. Anyway,
I may have gone to a couple of those in my youth.
Yeah, it happens. But looking at all this and how it is negatively affected. The fuck?
Hello?
Who's got the 1800s telephone?
That wasn't me.
Not me. What's your favorite scary movie?
Anyway, so we're going to take a look at how one of the person who brought this up to me said that she had an uncle, because he ended up not surviving his journey with this, but how he tried to, felt that he had to live a heteronormal lifestyle and marriage with kids and all that stuff. And because he was forced to be, he was forced to be something he's not, that he, turned to drugs and turned to underground sex clubs, contracted AIDS, whatnot. And then there are other interviews, not other ones, but other interviews up there that are similar. So I want to go to New York to look at some of these places, look at some of these, areas in which they would do, they hung out and talked to some of the owners, and some of these places are still around, basically that kind of stuff. That's what we're looking to do. So
Okay.
I know you may not know exactly where these places are, but you have a better idea than I do.
Yeah.
Of the layout of New York.
Yeah. I'm happy to help you for sure. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's kind of long overdue,
Yeah.
It hasn't really been done before.
At least I'm not aware of it. Somebody may have done it before. I'm not aware of it, but
yeah, I mean, maybe you get like that indie guy that made a $10,000 doc, and, never released it.
Well, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. It's going to be a $10,000 doc. By the way, we're going to crowdfund this one. No, it's not going to be like a fundraiser, Sean Hufford type thing. It'll be a legitimate crowdfunded, where whatever you donate, you're going to get perks. There are things you're going to get for making these donations. So,
that hurts.
What?
Okay, no, he D-Rabbit said he corrected it. He said, "Okay, which one of you three watched the Circle VHS tape in the last 7 days?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Oh," and then he quickly corrected The Ring. I was like,
"Yeah,
that's what I thought." I was like, "The Circle."
Hey, Chris Durham, good to see you. You're a stone's throw from Connecticut. Yeah, we might have to meet up. Elizabeth Sylvester says, "I got an Argentine what's it? Tegu baby. Those are cool."
Oh, Tegus.
Yeah, they're poisonous, though, aren't they? Or venomous?
I don't think the Tegu's venomous.
Is it Tegu's not venomous? I can't remember.
Remember correctly, the only venomous lizards are the Gila monster and the Mexican beaded.
That's right.
Other ones have funky bacteria that lives in their mouths, but I do know that Tegos eat rats. So
that's true.
Did you see that fucking idiot here that let the spitting cobra loose?
Oh, I heard about that. That there
Yeah.
was a spinning cobra loose for a little while in the
Yeah.
neighborhood.
It turns out the fucker got out in November and he never told anybody. So the thing was wandering around for months. Fucking
It's
idiot.
Would you tell anybody?
He was a big fucker too, and apparently he's a YouTuber or a
Yeah.
TikToker.
TikToker, yeah.
He's a TikToker.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would, only because, some kid fucking
I would
died,
too. Yeah.
you know?
Is that idiot that lost his finger?
No, he did
Okay.
get bit by him. So there was a story back in March about a guy that got bit by a black mamba, and nobody knew who it was. It was him.
Ah.
So the state government.
Wait. This is a guy who this is a guy who thinks he can teach people how to be immune to black mamba venom, right?
Oh, by microdosing?
Right.
Yeah, he's like a 24-year-old, I think.
Oh no, this is a different guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, I saw the guy in the documentary who
Yeah.
microdoses venom cocktails that he makes, just varying things in order to boost his immune system and hopefully immunize himself from their venom just by virtue of the constant dosage.
Right.
Yeah.
He did take 3 bites on that documentary from a black mamba.
Yeah.
He also could have milked it prior.
Well,
Maybe, yeah.
that's whereas that is possible. It could have been milked prior. That's possible. The fact that he saw the swelling in his, there were the envenomation symptoms were there.
Huh?
It's stupid. I wouldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Just,
Get bitten by a snake? No.
yeah, I don't want to get bit by a snake, period. Even if it's a,
No.
it's just a reticulated python. Yeah, okay. I don't want to get bit by that fucker.
just a retic.
Just retic,
I got
Just
bit
a
by
wee little guy.
gardener when I was a kid. It fucking sucked. I can't imagine
Yeah, fucking, yeah. Little syringe, needle mouth motherfucker saying,
yeah.
ah,
So
no,
the
thank you.
state came in and took all his shit and charged him with 40 counts.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I
That's
hadn't
how we-
heard. I hadn't heard that part yet.
Yeah, they took all his shit. They took all the
Good. That's how we get them. That's how we get the problem we have in the Florida Everglades.
Yeah, because supposedly they were looking at his TikTok, and they were going back, and one day the snake was there, and then back in November it was gone. So they were like, "Where did it go? Where is it?" And he's like, "Oh, it got out in November."
you went down the street for a beer.
Yeah. I'm just amazed that it stayed within that neighborhood, though. Like, it didn't
Well, I'm
wander
sure there's
around.
plenty of food. It'll stay where the food. It'll stay where the food is.
Yeah, because it's not like downtown Raleigh where it's city buildings and all that. It's actually like
Right.
people with acreage. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That was a fun few days.
Saw a Discovery Channel show where this professional snake handler said mambas can bite you out of nowhere. Yeah, they have a hinged head that can almost turn all the way around. It's crazy how maneuverable their head is to be able to bite. If you don't get them right, behind where you're supposed to grab, like right behind the jawline and on top of the head, the typical 3-finger pinch. If you give them any kind of room, they can turn and bite you.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
They'll
Them little
fuck you up.
fuckers. Them little fuckers are, jeez. And then of course you have the green mambas, which they're nowhere near as aggressive as the black mamba. But,
No.
yeah.
But I like the that whole island of vipers.
Oh, the Snake Island
Yeah.
down at the coast of South America.
Oh, where the iguanas have to run across the thing, and then you want to talk about them?
No, those are that's a different snake. There's an island that is called Snake Island where there is one snake for every 3 cubic feet.
Yep.
And it's and there's only one snake that lives on the island. It's called the golden lancehead viper. And the island is declared off limits. No one can go there because the entire island is infested. And the snakes have evolved to feed off of the birds. And so they have unique striking capability that allows them to target birds while they're in flight. And It's pretty much it. So the birds roost there from all over South America. They fly through there, so there's an endless supply of birds for them. And then the snakes pretty much just proliferate the entire island.
Wow.
Yeah, I forget if it was a documentary or it was like a Vox thing, and it was like
I thought it was. Oh no, I'm still
it was
thinking
like
of the
a viper,
Discovery
like-
Channel.
sitting in the tree, and then a bird flies by, and he just fucking flies out of the tree and grabs the bird.
Nope, that's a whole lot of
It's
nope.
like, holy shit.
Nope.
It's, they let right, because they can't let anybody on there, but they let this one doctor on there. I think this one scientist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's just
Why
one
would you
scientist.
want? Well, I don't understand if you're a scientist why you would want to, but still,
Yeah,
how would you go about that? It's not like you set up camp somewhere.
yeah. I mean, you can't. You
Um,
try.
Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island, is an island off the coast of Brazil in the Atlantic Ocean. It is administered as part of the municipality of Idenheim, and there is no subspecies of it. It is the only one of its kind. I think, however, it is in trouble. There's no predators on the island, but I think there's an issue with humans. It's listed as critically endangered.
It's supposed to be a very small.
Oh,
island.
because it's known to exist only at a single location.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Their population trend is currently stable, but because they're limited to that one island, they can only support a small population. So,
Elizabeth Sylvester says, "I want to go to that island." I mean, look, I think it would be cool to see. It would be cool. I mean, snakes have always fascinated me. But yeah, I don't know. There's just some risks though. I'm just not willing to take.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
But to each his own.
I mean, jerking off at my age is dangerous enough, you know. So,
With the masturbatorial stuff, you can't get it up
Yeah.
anymore. It's a hold up, not a stick up.
I don't know what kind of issues you're having, but
I'm not the one who's got issues with the hold up versus the stick up.
I don't know. I got 6 kids, so
Yeah, you have 6 kids that are how old now? How old is your youngest?
she's gonna be 10.
Exactly. So 10 years ago,
Yeah,
it was
fuck
a
you.
stick up. You like coming here.
Yeah, I do. I miss you guys.
Yeah.
But
Elizabeth Sylvester says, plot hole, I'm in love with snakes and reptiles. I like snakes and reptiles too. Snake Island is around 100 miles off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil. I would like to go to Sao Paulo, Brazil. I would like to go to Brazil, period.
yeah,
Maybe a little later when we've figured out this whole loggerlurgy thing. We're not allowed to say the C word on YouTube, Sean. Can't say
What?
it. Yeah. That one too, actually.
oh really? Okay.
But yeah. Anyway,
Oh, communism.
communism. That's the one. That's the C word we're talking about. Yeah.
Yes. Our lovely president spoke about it today, I think. How he said socialism and communism are failed policies, and yet twice in my lifetime, capitalism has almost fucking collapsed in on itself. So, I don't know.
We're never going to solve the world's problems in
No.
this little triangle of manliness we got going on here.
I agree. I'm tired of the whole argument that it's going to fucking fail. And
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 2008, actually the 90s too, 93, I think there was a.
There's going to be another housing crisis
Oh yeah, it's
probably
coming.
in the next 6 months.
Yeah, it's coming. Within a year,
Yep.
it's coming.
Yep. But you know what? Fuck it. We're here to have fun. We're going to talk about how you're old, jails. He's easily upset, and I'm an asshole.
Well, how old is JL? How old are you, bud?
41.
Oh, fuck, I am the oldest.
You are. I'm the youngest, but just barely. Just
All right.
barely. We know you're 62. It's okay. It's cool. You just turned 62, right? You just had a birthday, right?
Wait, hold on.
I think he's talking to you.
I know he's talking to me, JL. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Aren't you
Uh,
keen
talking to
observer?
you.
JL? Yeah. Fuck,
Elizabeth Sylvester says Brazil is nice. One day the couve will die away once we get vaccinated and control like polio and the others. I agree.
Brazil.
I would like to go to Brazil. I really not during like Carnival or any of that shit. I don't like a whole lot of people, so I want to go when it's. Although Brazil is one of those places that everything's trying to kill you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Amazon is a pretty nasty place.
Yeah.
Thor
It's not even
Rasmussen.
Amazon. Oh, go ahead.
Thor Rasmussen got bitten by a viper, the only poisonous snake in Denmark, in the middle finger. Never thought I was going to spend 2 days in the hospital. Could have made me go night night. It's interesting because you hear about these things, like when it's not Australia and it's not like the Amazon and not it's pretty much the tropical areas. It's like in between the tropics is where you get your snake activity, and big time in Australia, big time in the Amazon, big time in in Africa, and especially like here because here in where I was living in Texas, but up here in Oklahoma as well, there are eastern diamondback rattlesnakes, there are western diamondback rattlesnakes, there are copperheads, there are water moccasins, there are coral snakes, there are all kinds of shit. I mean, there's more variety.
Well, those are our snakes. Those are our venomous snakes.
Those are our venomous ones, but there's a vast majority, or a vast variety of rattlesnakes. So we have many rattlesnakes. Plus, we also have the rattlesnake that doesn't have a rattle. So we have that one, the pygmy rattler. We got a whole bunch of rattlesnakes, and then we have the water moccasin, the copperhead, and the coral snake. And there's so many poisonous snakes. And then if you go down further south towards Mexico, you've got Gila monsters and Mexican beaded lizards, and then black widows and brown recluses.
And then don't forget about alligators and crocodiles.
Well, it's true. We have a lot of alligators, pretty much alligators through Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, all the way to Florida. It's pretty much all the South, the American alligator. So
we got some freaky shit here in North Carolina.
Yeah, you got the Klan.
What actually is interesting in North Carolina, because my mother is in South Carolina, my brother's in North Carolina, and he went to Clemson. Actually, there is this invasive plant that chokes out all the trees. It's like it's an ivy or a vine, and it is fucking everywhere up there. And I can't remember the name of it.
I think that's more. I want to say central to west, towards Asheville, which was by the Tennessee border. I think it's in.
I am Poster 7. Good to see you.
Where's your brother live?
Just outside of Charlotte.
Oh, okay. So he's south of me.
Kudzu. Kudzu is what it is.
Yep.
I remember my mother telling me about it, and kudzu is an invasive plant. It is climbing, coiling, and trailing perennial vines, they're native to Asia, but they got imported here, and nothing in America eats them. So there's nothing that actually feeds off of kudzu vine. So it is literally everywhere, choking the hell out of all of the natural flora and fauna.
I did one down here with copperheads. Like if you're walking in the woods and you smell cucumber, you're too close, and it's already too late.
Really. So this one thing I do like. The copperhead is a very beautiful snake.
They
the
are.
colors on them.
Looking. Yeah,
they're really, really gorgeous. Did I ever tell you that when I think it was in 7th grade Earth Science class, or what I think it's Earth Science. Anyway, it was 7th grade science class. We had these two kids talking about how they found the snake in their backyard. They've been, they kept it, they captured it, they kept it as a pet. They would feed it, handle it, whatever. And what was her name? The teacher said, "Hey, bring it to class one day." That's cool. And they brought it to class, whatever it is in this box, and they sit on the desk, and it's cool, whatever. And the teacher opens the top, and then immediately closes it. And she said, "Guys, this is a snake that you guys have been handling and feeding and playing with." Like, yeah, no big deal. Why? What's up? It's a fucking copperhead.
I could say it.
They were free handling a copperhead.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of like black widows. Like if you don't fuck with them, they're pretty docile. If they don't feel threatened, like you can have a black,
generally.
You could have a black widow just crawling on you. No big deal.
Right, no big deal.
the brown one too. I mean, it's not like.
So I had to look it up. While it is a widespread belief that copperheads smell like cucumber, there is no scientific evidence backing up the claim. Plenty of people who study wild copperheads and work with them daily have never smelled cucumbers associated with the snake, even in areas where large numbers of them gather for the winter. Some people have described copperhead musk as having a melon or cucumber-like odor, and it is possible that some people interpret the musk odor this way. Regardless of what they may or may not smell like, this doesn't necessarily mean you are in striking distance. This kind of statement only serves to perpetuate fear.
Fear, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I learned that from so the neighborhood I moved down to, there's actually a guy that is a snake handler, and he posted that on Facebook. Guy John Warden, he's like a big snake guy down here. He had said that, so that's where I learned that from. But musk, I guess that makes sense. You know, because we have those frogs down here too.
Shat on you.
Yeah, I mean, there's this frog. I forget what kind of frog it is, but there's a frog down here that when a snake eats it, it like excretes this foam through its like neck, and then ends up killing the snake, and then they crawl out of the snake.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Because we have the black races down here. They eat the copperheads. The rat snakes, they eat the copperheads.
We have what are they called? Vultures that eat all the snakes. That and eagles. Too. Yeah. Holy shit, I saw this turkey vulture on the side of the road the other day. This was a couple days ago, driving home from work. This fucker was huge.
Oh, they get big. They get super
damn.
big. D Rabbit said, "Is kudzu the thing that burns your skin in the sun if you rubbed on it?" I know. I think that's the only painful plant I've heard. I remember talking with Irish about it. Is the gimpy gimpy plant. Gimpy gimpy will put you on your ass if you touch it because the needles are astronomically painful. Gimpy sings, do not rub the area that can break the hairs off and make them difficult to remove. Remove the hairs with tweezers. Apply and remove adhesive tape or use tape or hair removal wax strip to the area to remove the finer hairs. Yeah. But it's agonizingly painful. It's a stinging bush found in Eastern Australia, Papua New Guinea, and Indonesia.
Fucking everything in Australia is trying to kill you. Speaking of which, Hugh Jarse says all wimpy snakes compared to the taipan. Well, that's true.
The gimpy gimpy plant, can kill you. Contact with the leaf can result in human death, but more often, extreme pain that can last for months. Stinging hairs deliver a potent neurotoxin when touched.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
It's also called the suicide plant.
Yeah.
So the gimpy.
Fuck that.
Even the plants have it in for you in Australia.
Why would you give it such a cute little name like the gimpy?
Well,
why not call it "Don't touch this motherfucker" because you'll die?
They also, they have other cutesy names like the bunyip, and the yowie. They have all kinds of weird cutesy names.
Poison ivy and poison oak and poison sumac. The first fucking word in those is poison.
It's because we're Americans and incredibly unimaginative when it comes to naming shit.
But it works. You know what I mean? If I were to say, "Hey, JL, that's poison oak over there," you can be like, "Hey, let's go fucking pet it." No, you're gonna be like, "No,
we've started a new city. What shall we call it? Oh, I'm not sure. Well, we've just come from York. It'll be New York. Oh, bully, capitalism." It's like
New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam.
Oh, it's true. It was New Amsterdam. We've just come from Amsterdam. How about New Amsterdam? Whoa! Yeah, because because we know how to fucking name shit.
Yep. Most Australians call it the giant stinging tree, not the gimpy plant.
Oh, the giant stinging tree.
That's more appropriate, I think.
Giant hogweed. Giant hogweed. Giant hogweed is a plant. Biennial perennial herb carrot family.
AJ Heap says that. Don't touch that. That's a fluffy cuddle vine. It's lethal on contact.
Herbaceous is also known as the cartwheel flower, giant cow parsley, giant cow parsnip, and hogsbane. also called wild parsnip or wild rhubarb in New Zealand.
So I'm guessing you can cook with it?
The sap of it is phototoxic and causes phytophotodermatitis in humans, resulting in blisters and scars. The serious reactions are due to fernocumarin derivatives in the leaves, root stems, blah, blah, blah. Consequently, it's considered to be a noxious weed in many jurisdictions. So if the sap gets on you, it will cause your skin to burn in the sunlight.
What the fuck?
Fuck that. What is wrong with, like, who the fuck wants to live there?
And this is the perfect world
Yeah.
that we've created.
The Goldilocks.
Yeah, you look at. We can say that the world is suited for human beings for the time period, because for the longest fucking time it wasn't. And the cosmological window is closing on our planet, in cosmic terms, just by virtue of our mechanics. So it turns you ginger. That's funny. So just by virtue of our orbital mechanics, eventually this planet will no longer be able to host, sustained photosynthesis. Just by our inertia and our orbit, eventually it's gonna get to a point where photosynthesis can no longer occur. All plants will die out. Everything else will die out after that. It's pretty much it. So we know this is going to happen in probably the hundreds of millions of years, probably close to 1 billion years from now. Now, what's really weird is when they say that it was fine-tuned for us, implying that human beings are super special, man. We have some agential purpose for being here. It's like, we don't, because if we did, then I don't know why God would waste, or a God or any whatever creator would waste 165 million years on the dinosaurs. And then turn around and wait another 65 million for us to show up. And then like the last 200,000 years for us to actually get to a point for us to actually be upright, walking around like this, and then wait 198,000 of those years to finally show up and start talking to us. Yeah. That's some ridiculous bullshit. It's like, come on.
How do you know, JL? How do you know there weren't talking brontosauruses? And one of those was the Jesus of the brontosauruses.
I do not accept that the dinosaurs had civilization.
You don't know. You weren't there.
You might want to handle that, Officer Johnson, in the chat.
What happened?
You might want to
fucking stupid fucks.
Why does he have a picture of Luis Guzman as his profile pic?
I don't know. Mods, if you see that shit, make sure you get it.
Anyway, but yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the planet's been around for 4.5 billion years. 3.5 of 4.5 billion years. 3.5 of that, nothing was happening. And then 1 billion years, it's literally proto cells, single cell organisms. And then eventually it becomes complex. Like 500 million years after that, it's super complex. And then in the last 500 some odd million years, we go from simple life to complex life, and we're like the last, second of this shit. And but now it's important. Now God's going to show up. Gwen Stefani is doing it now as well.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Mods, take care of these idiots while I figure this stuff out.
The divine plan.
Yeah. Some plan. It's like I don't know. It's redonkulous. But yeah. I mean, hey, if it helps them sleep at night, and the really scary thing is when they believing in these things is what is the only thing that keeps them, nice people.
Yeah, I mean, if you need that to be a nice person, then you're a fucking piece of shit anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I have no qualms about anybody believing anything. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, I don't give a shit,
Oh boy, all you people. You have nothing else better to do than be morons.
I wonder who that is.
Oh, it's these idiots that this is all, this is how they get their kicks. They go.
Yeah, but you said these idiots. It's the internet. There are so many.
That's true. Yeah, there are so many. So mods, just keep timing them out. Hiding them.
I'm not seeing any mods. Well, Thor Rasmussen, no, he's a channel member.
I don't think StreamYards takes it out.
Hugh Jars is a mod. Chris
Yeah.
Durham's a mod.
Yeah,
I'm a mod.
I'm not paying attention.
that's all right.
Charlie Welch's mod. He's here.
I had to turn the slow mode on, everybody. So give me just a few. We're gonna let these idiots do their stupid shit. And
So who did you piss off now?
oh, it's the same fools that went after. It's just the same fool. Just these
That
people.
went after not
they did-
finishing sentences?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to 10 different things at once. Let's see here. Here
Are
it
they sovereign
goes.
citizens?
Probably.
Yeah.
AJ, man, Otangelo must be really pissed about JL's video to slur bomb the chat with a bunch of alt accounts. AJ and what was his name? Algorithm. AJ and Algorithm were kicking Otangelo's ass in the comment section of that debate video, and it's absolutely hilarious. But yeah, we finally shut him down. It's all a demonic conspiracy. That's what it is. Your science is nothing. Romans 1:19. You deny the truth in your unrighteousness. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Joe, I read recently that we should be careful using the term Earth-like planet, as for most of history, the Earth hasn't been fit for human habitation. Agreed. I can say that. I could agree with that. Just like, well, here's an interesting question. Let me pose this to you. This is something interesting that I recently came across. Do you think our universe is typical or atypical?
Our universe?
Uh-huh.
Well, wouldn't it be typical, seeing as that we're talking about the whole thing?
Well, no, because of all possible universes. So we're going and it's just taking into account all ways that the universe could be.
Oh, well, then it has to be atypical.
Then this is actually an atypical universe, because of all possible universes, this is one that hosts us, which chances are, considering what it takes and all the infinite possible universes that could potentially exist, those probably don't house human life and could house human life. So we are actually living in an atypical universe, which is kind of weird. I just dig the idea. I've been watching way too much Vsauce. I really have been. I love that dude. I love Michael from Vsauce. I love the work that he does with Adam Savage and Vsauce and Kurzgesagt. Kurzgesagt is an amazing channel.
Sorry, I'm just making sure that these jackasses aren't.
Or Kurzgesagt. I think it's Kurzgesagt. But they're huge R's. My belly is atypical. If AJ says if their number of universe isn't finite, then there could be infinite universes like ours, making our universe very typical. Potentially, but I mean, of all the possible, essentially there could be infinite ways the universe could present itself, and of those infinite ways, we know that at least one, or some variations of the one that hosts us, that can actually keep us alive in it, would be small, and would be a small fraction of the infinite number of possible universes. Because you're talking about universes where the atomic structures are not what they are here. So you have wildly differing variations or powers of the four fundamental forces. And, you could have a universe where gravity is more powerful than electromagnetism.
Yeah. Well, we'll never know.
Yeah, you would know, but given if you postulate that with the many worlds theory, or you postulate all potential possible universes, then yeah, we live in an atypical universe, which I thought was just a kind of cool. It's just a thought idea. Oh yes, tardigrades are awesome. Water bears are great.
All right, Hugh Jars, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, even though you had to deal with some idiots, but. All right. I think I took care of it. If they come back, we'll kick them out again. Bunch of jerks.
I didn't even know YouTube had like a slow mode.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yep. Yeah, they just use a bot to come in and slur bomb everything, and you put them on slow mode, it stops it. Time them all out, hide them from the channel. Well, now that we've got that done, it's time to get out of here.
Really?
We're at 2 hours on YouTube. I generally don't like to go that long or much longer than 2 hours.
Why?
It's not good for the channel.
Maybe it's not good for the channel.
It's not good for the channel.
To go longer than 2 hours?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Johnny never likes to go 2 hours anyway. So.
No, I don't, because I enjoy rest in between sessions.
Oh no, it wasn't like a disrespectful kind of thing. It was,
You're gonna be doing no like 7-8 hour streams like team?
oh my
Look,
God.
the last time we did a 24-hour stream, it was fun. It was really
Yeah,
cool.
it was super fun.
It was really cool. And notice how we didn't go back to the original idea of the 7-day.
That was on y'all. I was waiting.
Who's this y'all business?
I was sitting here going, let's do this. And y'all like, oh, well, yeah, we're old and tired. It took so much out of us here.
JL has been using the funny sauce again. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I don't know. I was sitting here ready to go, and I was always up for it. But you, Irish, and Tony.
It wasn't me, Irish. I think what happened was we were trying to get a schedule because there was only going we had a schedule. It was only work because 7 days straight of 70 of streaming. That was going to take it was going to take more than just 4 of us. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get, and then a lot of other things started happening. We kind of just stopped talking about it, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there a record for that?
Yeah, 7 days. Or 6.5.
It's weird. It's difficult to tell, because you have to be like active in the stream. So
Okay, yeah.
I mean, there are channels that have been like direct streaming for over a year.
Yeah.
The problem is that the content creator is not always active in the streams. Like he'll go like days not being active in the stream, but the channel's still streaming.
Really?
But he'll be like, and I think like Hulu set the record by doing a live stream of their people watching Game of Thrones.
Right.
So, and they would interchange people. They would like rotate people out. So they basically had a bunch of guys. They had it all set up, and it was them watching Game of Thrones. They watched Game of Thrones, the entire series, twice. And twice, and then I think almost through up to the series finale. There's almost 3 full viewings of the entire series of Game of Thrones. And they just rotated people in. That's how they set the record.
I never got that show. I was never like
Me
a
either.
huge fan. I mean, once I saw Gary Lightbody and Ed Sheeran on it, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Once I saw that Diet Pepsi was in Ancient Fantasyland, I was like, no.
Oh,
What's Diet
that was
Pepsi?
on a table, right?
Doesn't matter, JL. I've never seen the fucking show because I don't watch it.
But you're referring to an actual occurrence. Yes, it was Emma. No, sorry,
Starbucks.
Emilia. It was Emilia Clarke. Starbucks
Yeah.
was left on the table, and then they began shooting. And her sight line was away from it, and it was sitting behind her because she set it here. And then they happened to start shooting, and she was like, and so she walked in and forgot to take the cup off. So yeah.
Yeah, but you would think a production like that would have people like, hey, can we get the 2012 Starbucks coffee cup out of our period piece, please?
Considering how many years the show was on, and how long
Okay.
it took to produce, it was longer than 8 years, and it was only 8 seasons. It took like 10 years to produce the whole damn thing, and given one thing stands out.
No. It wasn't just one thing. There were tons of. The later it went, the more lax they got with their continuity, the more lax they got with their give a shit, because you could tell, like, dude, we're done with this show, especially season 7 and 8. Like, we're done with this show. That's when we saw the Starbucks coffee. That's when we saw the Highlander in the background. And I'm not talking about fucking McLeod.
That can be only one.
Highlander.
There was a car. It was whatever. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
Oh, a Toyota Highlander?
Yeah, it was a car or some shit.
Oh, I thought you were talking about fucking whatever. Well, that's like a
I
baseball with
thought I
that
said
little white
Highlander, and then I
Yugo or
said,
something.
AJ Heeb. I just know Ian McShane called it Tits and Dragons.
Zachariah Hooper, that is, that's fine. You're not late. You're right on time. You're right on time to see us end the show. But you said you've had your first gig. You have your first gig. That is so awesome. Awesome. Really cool. Glad to see that we're getting some live music again. Excuse me. Check out. Oh yeah, the plane. Yeah, did you forget about the plane? He's gonna look it up. He's got to look it up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hang on a sec.
He's always not gonna shut up though.
Yes. Thor Rasmussen for 50. Danish Cronin says, love what you were doing. Keep it like this. By the way, the intro is perfect. Finger guns. Thank you, Thor.
Yep.
Of course. It was a truck.
Yeah,
it was a truck. Did a pickup truck appear in Beyond the Wall? And apparently it did. And it was the same color as pretty much the background, which is why they may have been using it so that they could park it, and they could, as long as the camera angle was right, it wouldn't appear in the background because it was the same color, or virtually the same color as the entire background, which is pretty smart. You get far enough away from it, you wouldn't really notice it was there unless somebody pointed it out to you. That's pretty good.
Or if they put the hazards on.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, you would think they'd fix that in post. That's what I was going to say. It's okay. It's one thing to catch that Starbucks cup, but it's another thing to not just leave it. You mean to tell me when they were in the editing room, somebody didn't say, "Hey," because it took fans all of 10 seconds.
Game of Thrones. Yeah, Game of Thrones fan points out an extra looks like he's wearing jeans in the scene. Wow.
Stuff like that I can guess. Like, yeah, but Starbucks right there. Blah. It's like fucking old 80s style product placement. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can't fix that shit. Someone didn't notice the goddamn Starbucks coffee. No. What are you gonna do?
What's your guys' favorite fuck up as far as like shit like that goes?
It's for me. It's still the first Wall of Death scene in Braveheart, where we don't know if William Wallace has a pickaxe, if he has the bastard sword, if he has nothing.
Bad editing.
Oh, it was terrible.
That's the one when he's like reaching, and then all of a sudden he's still running like this.
Yeah, so it starts out. He's got his bastard sword, and then he's got the pickaxe. Next thing he's got the pickaxe is running. The next thing he's got nothing, and then back to the pickaxe, and then nothing, and then now he's grabbing the bastard sword.
Yeah,
and then pickaxe, and then bastard sword's out. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
My favorite is still the extra who got kicked in the balls by a horse in Last Samurai.
Last Samurai, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
a good one, yeah.
funny.
It was Tom Cruise's horse as they were coming around for the shot and stuff. Yeah, I guess he got too close or whatever, and the horse like wham, it kicks him straight in. And luckily, he keeps his composure. He's like, just took it in the armor, but whatever. But but you can tell it got him, and he's like, standing, keep the shot, don't freak out.
Yeah, cut. You guys ever seen Stuck on? You've seen Stuck on You, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, got a long time ago. Matt Damon, Greg Kinnear.
And Greg Kinnear, right? The very opening of the movie, whenever they're getting out of the bed, one of the producers, and it's creepy as shit. And I didn't notice until I watched on this giant TV. But one of the you can see the producer. He's hiding under the fucking bed. And you gotta look. It's in the opening shot. You can probably Google the video, but he's there hiding under the bed with his fucking like creepy shit-eating grin.
Stuck on You. I can't believe that movie actually got made. It's so fucked up.
Well, it was the Coen brothers, wasn't it?
I mean, a lot of movies.
Okay, here we go. Stuck on You. At the beginning of the movie, when the twins are getting out of bed, there was a shot that shows their feet on the floor, and there appears to be a face under the bed. It's rumored to be baseball equipment, but it's actually the executive producer hiding to see if directors Bobby and Peter Farrelly would notice.
Farrelly brothers, that's right.
The Farrelly brothers. They did not.
I don't see how they didn't, because I watched that fucking like, God, what the fuck is that? It scared the shit out of me.
Matt Damon met his wife on that set. The cast and crew dragged him out one night to a bar where his wife was bartending, where his future wife was bartending.
Of course, it was at a bar. Was her name Minnie?
How do you like them apples?
Look at you. Look at you. Back in here, regurgitating Gordon Wood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, it's still the Stormtrooper.
Hitting the head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bonk. I like how he recovers. Just
And he
I'm
looks,
gonna
he's
keep
like,
going.
he's like this.
Yeah. Fixes his helmet and keeps on going.
Yep.
True professional. The director didn't say cut.
And I'm always kind of looking for shit like that in like the Coen Brothers movies because they're just crazy like that. I mean, their movies are great regardless, but I'm always kind of looking for kind of like a Easter egg or a fuck up or. And I feel bad for Buscemi because he always gets fucking killed in these movies.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi always has a part that ends up dead.
Yeah. Shut the
What do you
fuck up,
mean?
Donnie.
What serious movie has Steve Buscemi been in where he hasn't died?
Con Air.
Oh.
One. Out of how many?
That's a serious movie.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's not a con. It's an action movie.
But it's not a Coen's brother movie. That's my point. Like,
It's not a con. I mean, it's got comedic element doing dark comedy, but it's an action film.
Because you look at Big Lebowski, he dies of a heart attack. With Winchester and Fargo. You know,
stabbed in the back by fucking Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
Wait, that wasn't Vince Vaughn in Fargo.
No, not Fargo.
We went on to the other movie.
Oh, wait.
Not civil action. Oh God. Had Terry Polo, John Travolta. Fuck, I can't remember this movie. Just watched it the other day. Maybe it is civil action. I can't remember.
I have to look. What about Ghost World?
I don't remember Ghost World.
That was Scarlett Johansson and Thora Birch, and he was in that. Let's see. Well, he died in Fargo. He died in Reservoir Dogs. Off screen.
No, well, okay, yeah, it's assumed that he died off screen.
Yeah, because there's gunfire, and then we never see him again. So
yeah. Well, it just happens to be the end of the movie too.
True.
He doesn't die in Pulp Fiction, but it's only like 2 minutes of the film. Steve Buscemi didn't die in Grown Ups. Yeah. We said serious movie.
Yeah, looking for like a serious film, I'm actually looking up his. I've actually looked up his filmography.
He's been a lot of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, obviously, yeah. God, so many fucking comedies.
He's totally underrated, I think.
Yeah.
What the hell was that movie, Adam Sandler movie, where he's got the fucking eyes?
Crazy eyes. The crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Mr. Deeds.
Mr. Deeds, that's right.
Deeds?
And I was thinking back to his early stuff, like Lonesome Dove, and he died in Lonesome Dove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what though? I would take a 40-year fucking career dying in movies.
Hell yeah. I mean, shit, he was great in Airheads. I mean, Airheads was just a great movie.
Dude, what are you doing? This is prison. Anyway, it's time to get out of here.
Did he die in Tales from the Dark Side of the movie? I could have sworn he got his revenge. And then did he die?
I can't remember.
He died in Boardwalk.
Died in Boardwalk, yeah. Hell, the first thing he was in, what was that one where he played a hotel guy that gets eaten by it was a werewolf, I think it was. Sean, they're coming for you.
I don't know. Did he die in Billy Bathgate?
That's like, I don't know. I don't remember.
I think he might have.
Well, he didn't die in Pulp Fiction. It's true. He was
Yeah, but his character wasn't in there, but for 10 seconds. He had
still,
what,
he still
four
he still
lines?
he still made it out outside of the body bag.
That's true. That's true.
It's a
Unlike
chocolate
Sean Bean.
baby. Good old Sean
Yeah.
Bean.
Sean Bean. Sean Bond.
Yeah, he survived in Armageddon. Again,
That's right.
I wouldn't call that a serious movie. Such a oh man, we've talked about that one before, but it's such a shit movie.
Yeah.
The plot was so just
But Michael, why wouldn't the drill guys just train the astronauts? Shut the fuck up, Ben.
yeah.
That whole movie was just I mean,
Yeah.
between in
It
that
had
area,
moments.
in that area.
Yeah, the end credits were
Armageddon.
good.
Yeah, those are good. Armageddon, Pearl Harbor, both shit movies.
Yeah.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
which
Armageddon
one
was
was the
Armageddon was still kind of like, oh, Americans, oh, we can do it all.
Yeah.
You know, that whole kind of
Yeah.
pride, nationalistic pride bullshit. It's just kind of
I mean,
like,
the only
oh.
Yeah, the only thing I really liked about Armageddon was the Russian dude.
Oh,
was
Peter
funny.
Stormare is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
He's
he was
awesome.
funny.
Everything is in it. Like, he was probably the only reason why I stuck around for Prison Break.
This is my grandfather. He's very in Russia. He's a very famous
Yeah.
man. He worked in the bomb factory. He make the tip of the bomb, the part to find Washington D.C. and New York.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he was great. Yeah, he's definitely a good actor.
Zachariah
Deep
Hooper.
Impact was a better Astro
It was.
movie.
Zachariah Hooper says Ghost World. His character has a heart attack but lives.
So technically he dies, but was brought back.
He didn't die. He just had a
Hey,
heart attack. You can have a heart attack and not die.
Nah, tell it to Kevin Smith.
Oh,
He didn't die either.
Yes, he did.
or Gallagher.
Or Gallagher.
I don't think Kevin Smith was technically dead at any point.
I'm pretty sure his heart
I think
stopped
he was.
beating, and then they resuscitated him.
Yeah, once your heart stops, you're like, fuck.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was. That's because what got him was it was a Widowmaker. He should have been
Yeah.
dead,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah,
were
it
able
was-
to get him to the.
It was the weed that
Yeah, because he had smoked enough to slow him down.
yeah.
But I may be wrong. I could be wrong on this one, but I thought he had like his heart had stopped when he got to the hospital and they had to resuscitate him.
No. He didn't die. He almost died.
Hmm.
That's horseshoe
Well,
mag,
yeah.
right?
Stand-up comedy almost killed Kevin Smith. Okay, technically the 100% blockage of a coronary artery resulting in a massive heart attack is what almost killed him.
Yeah,
Gallagher had the same one, right?
I think so.
I remember that video. He like had the hammer and he was like smashing, and he just like keeled over.
Just fucking fell over. There was something we were talking about horrible things that happened on stage or on screen, talking about different people who had who'd like died on stage and shit.
Yeah.
There were a couple of comedians that happened. One guy thought it was he was part of the bit, so the audience is sitting there laughing and clapping as he's fucking gyrating as he's dying, literally having a heart attack, dying on stage and gyrating, and they think it's part of the bit. And they're like, "Oh, this is so funny." And then people loudspeaker, "No, we need anybody here a doctor?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's like what the fuck was the guy's name on I think it was the Twilight Zone where the helicopter went out of control.
that's not. That is what happened. It's not exactly what happened. I can't believe Landis didn't go to prison for that.
Yeah. What was the
guys-
guy's name?
I can't. Oh, I can see his face. I can't remember his
Yeah, I
name.
could see his face too.
What was it? I was just
Oh,
reading
yeah.
about what Kevin Smith said. He said, I grew up with Red Fox. I thought I'd be clutching my chest, screaming, Elizabeth! But there was none of that. I figured there'd be a big spiritual component, but I felt like if I started praying like, Jesus, save me, he'd be like, you made dogma, go fuck yourself. The heart attack was what doctors referred to as a widowmaker. That kind of crushed it that only 20%
Yeah.
of people survived. And because he did survive, he decided to call the special that he was filming at the time, which ended up airing on Showtime, Silent but Deadly.
That's like the old George Carlin bit where he said, I had a heart attack, Rich Pryor had a heart attack, then I had a heart attack, Rich Pryor had a heart attack, and then Rich Pryor set himself on fire, and I said, fuck that, I'm going to have another heart attack.
Yeah.
That was like a big, like the three. I remember that was like the, and then Michael Jackson set himself on fire in '85, I think it was.
That was I thought that was no 84, 85 was Richard Pryor. Wasn't
Yeah, yeah, but I think Michael Jackson the same year set himself on fire.
it? It was different reasons
The
though.
Pepsi commercial, yeah,
Yeah, with different reasons. One was an accident, and one was crack.
yeah. Well, I mean, crackle.
Yeah.
But, yeah. For some reason, I
Oh,
remember
man.
that.
Vic Morrow. Thank you, old school. Vic
Morrow.
Morrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't remember his name to save my life, but yeah.
It was
Vic
him
Morrow.
and those two children that
Yeah.
were killed in that helicopter accident on Twilight Zone the movie.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what Sean was talking about. But you were reading about Kevin Smith, but yeah, I can't believe Jonathan Landis didn't go to prison for that.
Yeah, that was
he's the
fucked
one
up.
who said no, we're doing this, and he's been known to do that.
Yeah.
To push the envelope and when it comes to stunts and whatnot to quote get the shot.
Oh dang! Sad way to D-Rabbit. Sad way to die on stage. Dimebag.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fucked
yeah.
up. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Man,
And
that's
his poor
fucked
brother
up.
died what, 2 years ago?
Yeah. He was Vinnie Paul. We were intoxicated Vinnie Paul on the plot hole at the time too, which sucks that we couldn't get him on before he passed, but shit happens, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what? Fuck that. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go to the house.
We're already at the house.
Oh, that's right. Let's go to JL's house.
You can hang out.
Sweet. Don't tempt me with a good time. Anyway, Sean, when are you coming down?
Hopefully soon.
I've been hearing that for the past 2 years.
I know it's been shitty. I mean, well, COVID. Can't
Yeah,
really take that one from me,
COVID really fucking put a.
I get a mulligan for that one, but
You do get everybody gets a mulligan for that one. We gotta get you down. Do some
yeah,
tunes.
soon. I mean, we got a
Fucking redo.
Yeah, right. JL, when's the next Bridge the Divide coming out?
Soon. As soon as I can make sure it's excellent. Because, and as a matter of fact, I was working on finishing up the Christianity as a Cult because that's a 4-part series. And I want to make sure I've got it knocked out so that I can schedule it together. But I actually found 2 things. One, I'm thinking about taking a swing at Matt Powell, doing a short deal where I basically take a swing at him. And there's another one where there's this guy, and I found him because Simon Dan covered him. And it was like Biblical Ministries something.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
It's this African American dude. Has these little like clickbaity titles like "Is smoking weed will smoking weed send me to hell?" and weird shit like that. I'm thinking about just clotheslining his entire fucking channel. I'm not going to target one specific thing. I'm literally going to look at his channel and be like, "This channel is fucking crap," because it's all
Is that
this.
the one that's that always says things like "Hallelujah" in the middle of every sentence?
I don't know. If he does, it was not Simon Dan's channel.
This is a guy right here. No?
Wait, who? I don't see anything.
Oh, Theophile.
Theophylline? I don't
Theophylline,
believe so. I don't believe so.
Theophylline is the guy I'm thinking of.
Okay, hang on a sec. He did. No. That was Simon Dan. Yeah, I know where I like that videos. You can't. Wait, no. So you can't prove young Earth. No, that's Matt. That's Powell from his fucking car. Where is the dude? It was about.
Robert Castle, no, we are not all in Texas. JL is he's in Old Texas, now Oklahoma. I'm in Texas, and Sean's in, he's in an old folks home, but he thinks he's in New Hampshire. Don't tell him.
Damn it.
Look at his face.
I can't find it. But anyway, I came across him. I think it's.
I'm in North Carolina.
Yeah, exactly. You're in North Carolina.
Dude, you're thinking about fucking Florida, all right?
I'm not the one thinking about Florida.
God's waiting room where all the fucking mental
God's
patients go, and
Do you know why old people go to Florida?
To fucking die. I hope.
Well, do you know why that Florida is a place and not someplace like, whatever? It's Ponce de Leon that he found the
Oh, the Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth down there.
Here it is.
We still need Bugs
By
Bunny.
the Book Ministries. By the Book Ministries.
Oh yeah. Who is this Simon Dan of whom you speak? He's he's this little known channel on. I think he's on OnlyFans. But
yes,
yeah.
By the Book Ministries, and it's funny because his channel is literally like right around the damn near the exact same size as mine. He's just a hair ahead of me. So it's like just a few more, like maybe a couple hundred more subscribers than I've got. So I will definitely. I think I'm going to go through. He's only got 56 videos, and some of them are shorts. So I'm thinking about just going through his channel and looking at his videos, because he's got deals like, is Oprah says God is jealous of me. What does this actually mean? Chandler Moore's apology. My thoughts. Like most of these are like 3 minutes, 6 minutes.
Right.
Is eternal security a license to sin? Shit like that. So he's got like clickbait stuff. Jordan Peterson tears up talking about Jesus. 5 reasons to believe once saved, always saved. So yeah, I'm thinking about just doing it as a big Undertaker choke slam to his entire channel.
How's that go again? You were jerking off a camel.
No, he grabs him and then he picks him up and he has to hold him up because
that looked like you got the shaft in here and then the balls in here and you were just like doing a thing. But whatever. I mean, no judging. Like I said, I'm not king shaming here. Hey, by the way, Charlie Welch said he got the king shaming cannibal shirt already. So yeah, I got to write that song. By the way, let me know when you're ready for that song and I'll write it for you. Anyway, it's time for us to get out of here. Say bye, Sean. Say bye, JL.
Bye.
Bye.
Good seeing you guys again.